Welcome back to PrepperNow. Guerrilla live stream. Yes, we're technically on vacation, but I told my wife I was probably going to be doing a guerrilla live stream, so this is a little bit different than usual. We're using some guerrilla stuff to get her done. Phones, Wi-Fi, all that kind of thing. So this is probably going to drain my battery pretty quickly, and we'll probably have to be pretty quick about this whole thing. But we will do our best. Yes, we will. So I'm going to talk about this term, gynecologist is offensive. I got more. We're going to just go into this, and we're going to do a little social talk, about what's going on. I love sociology. So it says that midwives should avoid saying gynecologist. Okay. Inclusive. Academic. There you are. There's your academic right there. If you see anyone that looks like this, you run, okay? Please. So academic. That word is really become negative because now it just means, academic just means stupid to the point of you look like that person. So don't do that, right? So this whole thing has just gone way off the rails. One thing communists do, folks, and what you have to understand is that communists want to control the language, okay? How do they do that? Well, they make it so words like gynecologist are bad. They're not considered you. They want to change breastfeeding and breast milk to human milk feeding and human milk provision. I mean, is this like a military thing, where we're militaristically delivering mama's milk, Liefermilch, as they say in German, to, babies or not developed humans or whatever the heck, all this is done on purpose. These people do this on purpose. They want to control the language so they can control you. Okay, if you're not able to say breastfeeding, then they're controlling you, and they're making it so it's okay. My wife has been on a real Brene Brown kick lately, and I looked at her and I rolled my eyes. Why? Because Brene Brown's all up in education, and everybody loves her, and oh, yes, so many good things to say. And I said, she's probably going to go woke. I said, she's going to be, you're going to find some things that are going to probably aggravate you. And she didn't believe it because she's reading her books. She's like, oh, her books are great, blah, blah, blah. Listened to the podcast last night. She said, yep, totally woke. I said, yep. Probably has a daughter or thing that looks like this person here, air quotes person. Sally Pizarro, professor and midwife, Coventry University, United Kingdom. Yeah, this is what happens when you have too much freaking time on your hands, okay? A queer doula, all right? So what? I don't care. I tell that whenever students get into like what they are, or what are you? What do you do? What are you? I look at them, I say, no one cares. Nobody cares. What do you mean? What you do in your free time in your closed doors, nobody cares. I don't care if you put marbles up your butt. Don't involve me. I don't want to know. My wife and I have 3 children, so we've been known to make love from time to time. I'm not going to tell you about it, okay? Because it doesn't involve you. So She said it's all about moving away from sex language, meaning, accurate words to describe the fact that every person to ever give birth in the history of the world was a woman. That's correct. Men don't give birth. Doesn't happen. Okay? And so, of course, this doula, please refer to me as a doula. I'm a doula. Obviously, it's trying to control the language. And as this guy says, what about the term midwife? Birthing human. I hate this crap because it's just so stupid. Just because you want things to happen, just because you want to be called something or whatever, I'm not going to change my life because of, your desires. Just as you shouldn't change your life for mine, okay? Again, I refer back to the marbles in the butt thing. What you do with your free time is your free time. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not trying to, turn you into something that you're not. And it is what it is. So, never have a person that looks like this or acts like this birth your child, okay? But yeah, I mean, this whole thing, this is communism. This is what they do. This is communism. So sex language is gender non-conforming individuals substituted for a true threat. You know what? If you want to call yourself a queer doula, go for it. But maybe I'm going to call you a midwife, okay? I don't want someone to call me heterosexual white male. I want to be known as PrepperNow. So this whole thing has just gotten way out of hand, and it's really dumb. And anyone that perpetuates it, and you play along with these rules, you will get what you deserve, okay? And what they want is to control the language. All right, what do I mean by that? They know, and communism knows, that they have to control the language. If they control the language, they control you, okay? So don't let them do that. Don't let them do anything like this. Don't call it chest feeding. Look them in the eye and say, women produce breast milk, and it is breast milk from a female human, okay? And be very thorough and almost to the point of aggravated on them, okay? So this isn't what I wanted to talk about tonight, but I just saw this one and it just kind of, I don't know. It aggravates me because people play into it. What are your pronouns? No, I don't care what your pronouns are. What's your name? Okay, what do you want me to call you? I'm not going to ask people, to call me King PrepperNow the Aggravated or something like that. I'm just, use my regular name. Taz, I agree, brother. I think we've gone pretty much into peak mental crazy. So this is the big trending one tonight, all right? This is the one that everybody is talking about and the one that I'm going to settle in for. I know I'm shaky and crazy, and this is all really tough right now. I apologize. Trying to get comfy. I don't have my usual setup, so just bear with me, folks. All right? This whole Trump trial thing now has got mistrial trending. Okay, what does that mean? Basically what is going on is this juror put onto Facebook on some rando post, some like thing on inclusion in the court system in New York. The fact that they basically already knew what the outcome was going to be for the trial, okay? And what does that mean? Well, they basically had already decided things before the trial was completely done, all right? That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You're supposed to listen to everything, and you're supposed to make a, educated, unbiased decision, And that was the goal. That's the social contract. And so what happened is that now it's come out that one of the jurors contacted a family member and said that, hey, I think we're going to convict Orange Man bad. And this is before everything was done. Okay? So, again, communists are in control. Not good. So we have to do things to stop that. So here it is. Here are the screenshots. Okay? And, this Juan Merchan judge has commented on this, and there's some strange things going on with this as well. So if you want to sit there and read it, okay, we'll get you a nice front row seat. And there you have it. Okay? So there's the screenshots. And there's a lot of questions on this, as there should be. I think we all know that first and foremost, the trial itself, on its face, should not have happened because it's a federal trial tried in a state trial system. That's just off the top as basic as I can make it. Okay, the federal, the feds looked at it and said, no, we're not going to do it. So they got Alvin Bragg to come in and basically do the bidding of, Mr. Soros and whoever else his, Democrat godlike handlers are. And, they tried it. And of course, they convicted him. I mean, they could convict whatever they want to convict. The orders were out that they want to convict him. Why? Because they want Joy Reid to go on there and to scream about the racisms and basically say that he's a convicted felon now, right? And then Canada and Trudeau, sorry, I get that mixed up, can belch about how he's not allowed in the country anymore, and all the other usual suspect jerk faces can sit there and do what they do. Okay? So this is the note, and this is what is the problem. It says, "Dear Counsel, today we became aware of a comment that was posted on United Court something or other Facebook page, which we want to bring to your attention. The comment is from Michael Anderson, and so it goes." Okay? All right. So, good questions here by the old Zero Hedge and Conservative Treehouse. That's why I go to Zero Hedge. They have great stories, but they're an aggregate, so they get stuff from all over the place. So this one is from Conservative Treehouse. It's gotten very popular in the last 5 years, because, if you're sane, you're not on board with communism and what these people are doing. In fact, it's very much anti-American if you understand it, see it, and call it out for what it is. So, why would Judge Merchan want to draw public attention? It's a very good question. Why would he do that? Is there something bigger? Perhaps he's using the provocation to get Trump to break the gag order. Oh, a little bait and switch. Or, a little entrapment, a little baiting. Or is he looking to get the mistrial because he's been told that it's bad and it's not going to go down? Or is he just trying to, get the trial to extend so they can keep it into the headlines? So also, all right, so is the New York State Unified Court System page, and this is where this not smart person says it in his lopsided speech, or lopsided free speech, whatever it is. Because, if you're a magic Democrat, you can do whatever you want. And if you're a conservative, I love America person, You're a domestic terrorist. So, there it is. That's pretty much my status all the time now. Suspicious kitty. Not roaring kitty, but a very strange live stream last night on the YouTube. I don't know if you got a chance to check that out, but do it. But yeah, suspicious kitty. Suspicious PrepperNow. We're warning. So is Monica Crowley. Now, Monica Crowley is not one really, to kind of BS. And do you know she worked for Nixon? It's an interesting fact. She's been in the game a long time, She said, enough with this BS case. Mistrial, no retrial. Toss it. GTFOH with this rigged, fake, communist show trial. Communism everywhere. So, yeah, I agree. Mistrial. Yeah, get rid of it. New York Supreme Court notified Merchan that the cousin of a juror in Trump's trial posted the verdict on Facebook a day before the verdict was given. This is bad. This is no-no. This is what's known as a real crime. Okay? There it is. Okay? Do you see it? So this is what's known as a real crime. This is bad. This shouldn't happen. So as Eric says, need to be brought back in, questioned, and if the jurors spoke to family about the case prior to rendering a verdict, and this is pretty damning. It's not like, this guy pretty much called it out. They got to see if he is actually connected and didn't just make this up. He might have. It's possible. But if he is connected, if he's connected to any of the jurors, the entire thing needs to be, at least looked at, examined, but more than likely chucked out, because it's almost like, just bear with me here. This is crazy talk, I know. And we all know that the godlike Democrats are perfect in every way. They are godlike. It's almost like they just wanted to get him on trial so they could bust him before, okay? They wanted to make it so Joy Reid could scream convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon, because they know there's a bunch of superficial people in America that don't really understand what's going on, don't read, don't have the critical thinking skills that they do and need, and are going to think this is a real conviction. It's already shown in the independent voters. It's the ones that just kind of go willy-nilly. They don't really align with any party. There's a good amount of them that think that if this is true, which, okay. If it's true that he was convicted and busted and he did actually commit a felony on a state level, again, it's a federal crime that they're looking at. It's election fraud or election stuff. Not election fraud, election tampering and all that. I don't know the exact thing, but I think you know what I'm picking up. They're not going to vote for him. Okay? Sorry it's shaky. I'm sitting down and mistrial, baby. Mistrial. Should be a mistrial. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. I always think, when I look at this thing, how much money was wasted on this crap? Seriously think about that. How much money was wasted on this trial? What could they do with it? What could you do? I bet they could have built a brand new shelter for battered women with all that. These people that sit here and wax poetic about how caring they are, the world, right? They don't care about anything. They care about power, clearly. So this is why they do this. How about instead of doing this bull you-know-what trial, I'm going to try not to cuss tonight, how about you build a shelter for battered women instead? What do you think? How about you help out and spay and neuter animals? Anything. Because this is freaking wasted money. Really is. So, there they are, folks. Everybody's favorite class of people, the screaming progressive fascists. No, they are not liberal. There's nothing liberal about them. They hate the country. They hate your freedom. They hate your speech. They hate that you disagree. And they basically think that you should be, re-educated. Like Representative Wagner, the Democratic representative, who basically wants to put in re-education camps for those that dare think conservatively. That's the thing. They're like, oh, you're a Trump MAGA. No, I'm a conservative. I own a copy of the Constitution. I got it the day I graduated from my political science degree with a focus on geopolitics. I got a American Constitution, to which has been with me for now over, 10 years. Actually longer. You know why? Because I care about it. I think what's going on in this country is important. I think that the country functions better as a constitutional republic. But as Madison said, if we don't have the morals to do it, it's never going to happen. And now you've got people that are just immoral in charge. And they don't want to see anything happen to us that's going to be good for us. They want to Cloward and Piven this great nation into oblivion, basically. That's what they want. So it is what it is. So Merchant has sent the letter to parties. He notified the Trump people, everybody else. He notified everybody. I mean, it's all over the news. That's why we're talking about it. About this Facebook page. He said, my cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you, folks, for all your hard work. Yay, communism. Yay, non-critical thinking American butthead. Great job. And they probably look similar to this person. Can you imagine? I wonder if this person looks very different now. This is 2016, I think it happened. The liberal tears that heard around the world. I wonder what this person is. I mean, this is the quintessential view of who and what these people. It's like a mascot now. I wonder who this person is. I wonder where they are, and I wonder what they're doing right now. Are they screaming again? Are they? Hopefully not. I actually hope they're well. I do. So, what do you think, folks? What do you think? I mean, I think we've hit peak stupidity in the country. My dad, I'm talking to my dad. We're going on vacation. That's why the jank stream is really flowing tonight. And I'm sitting down talking to my parents, politics and stuff, because it's what we talk about. They're angry older Republicans. They don't like the trajectory. Back in my day, we wouldn't have this. He said, what do you think? We're going to go to a civil war? That's what he asked. I said, no. I think we're going to balkanize, I still believe that. I think we're too large, too vast. But with people like this out there, with this lawfare and everything else, my main concern, really, and as always, I never promote violence. You know my thoughts on this. I personally think that the best thing for us is to take our money away, whatever that looks like. Money is everything. Money is everything. That's why I get mad at the waste of this trial, and it's money, because think of all the good things they could actually do with the money, right? If you're going to spend money, spend it in the right way. So, of course, they're not going to do that. But I said balkanization. That's what I see. I do. I see, Western Maryland, where I live, joining in a, Tennessee, central, southwestern Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Appalachian state kind of thing, and we just break off. We tell D.C. where to go, how to get there, and everybody does, take your debt and shove it. We're going to go our own way. Texas forms its own thing. We all kind of patchwork together. Florida, CSA baby, like the one guy in my threads always say. Shout out to you, sir. But yeah, all this stuff. I don't see CW. I think we're too large, and things are too. I don't know. I think of balkanization. I think everybody just starts leaving. They go Soviet Union 1991, and little Eastern satellite states start leaving, saying, you know what, take your debt and shove it. We're going to go our own way. And we're going to do what we're going to do. And you can do what you do and enjoy. Because you're now the king and queen or whatever you are of nothing. So that's what I see happening. What do you see? If you think it's a balkanization, put 1. If you think it's a civil war, put 2. If you think it's something else and this is all going to work out, put 3. It's possible. Very possible. So, very possible. Which one is it going to be, folks? I'm going to get resituated. Shaky camera alert. Weep, weep. Which one's going to be, folks? Where are we going to be? Uh-oh. Hold on. Ruh-roh. There it is. Ooh, just got a text message in the back. 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3 does make sense. I don't know. Hash it out. You figure it out. I'm trying to do my best. I'm just jank streaming here, folks. Trying to run an old-fashioned YouTube page, talking about what's going on, all the crazies. Make it so you toss up in your mouth a little bit from the shaky camera. But yeah, I don't know. I think people don't have the wherewithal for any kind of a big conflict like that. And the legislatures and everybody will just be like, you know what, we're done. And they're gonna that's the thing. They're not going to have any money to do anything to stop it. So, Taz, my man in the background, he doesn't YouTube like we do. He just texts me because, we're friends on that. He says Return of the City State. That's actually not a bad, I like what you're going with that. Shining City on the Hill. But yeah, this is, I don't know. This trial was dumb from the beginning, and now it's just gotten exponentially more stupid. And now, here we are, watching the aftermath as people get mad and all kinds of crazy things will come from it. But I mean it when I say it with the language and everything. Don't let people own the language, Don't be afraid to be a jerk. Can I be honest, guys? You know what? Let's end on that. Let me end on that, because people got mad at me last night because I was smack talking the Miss Alabama, which it's not the Miss USA pageant. It's another offshoot, right? Clearly trying to make a name for themselves. And I was being funny and humoristic. If you know my background, I actually used to do comedy in clubs, many years ago, decades ago. I can handle a good comeback, a good put down, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff I said last night, like the red dress and saying it's a great way to hide ketchup stains. All that kind of stuff I can pretty much do off the cuff. I am a sober human being today, okay? Because 18 years ago, almost, I was a piece of shit. I was not doing anything in life. I was a drunk. I was getting really addicted to bad stuff. And some people called me out on it. Some people said, you know what, you're kind of a piece of crap, and not like you're a bad person, but you're hurting yourself and you're hurting the others around you effectively. And it hurt. It hurt to hear it. I didn't like hearing it. But you know what? They pissed me off. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get better. I'm going to fix it. You think you got me nailed down to who I am. I'm going to go out and I'm going to quit drinking and I'm going to quit doing drugs and I'm going to get better. And I'm going to do some things for myself that are going to help me, and I'm going to advance as a human being because I'm not going to be long this earth. My doctor said the same thing. She said, you know what? If you really want to be around for decades and decades, you're going to have to lose a little bit of weight. Okay, now she wasn't mean about it, and I shouldn't be mean, and I'm not mean to the average person. If I see a heavy-set person, I'm not going to be mean to them. But when you're in a Miss USA pageant like that, and they're obviously going for political points, I'm going to call you out on it. So to the people that got mad at that, you know what? Maybe she needs to hear the really nasty truth and be like, you know what? You're way overweight, and this is going to kill you early. It's a very terrible example for our young adults, whoever they may be, that being hundreds, literally like plural, hundreds of pounds overweight is a okay thing. That we should be positive about that. There's nothing positive about type 2 diabetes when you're having your frickin' feet removed and amputated because you were lazy and you didn't take the personal wherewithal to actually make yourself just a wee bit better. Okay? When you're sending that message to our young people, you know what you're saying to me? You know what I hear? You know what I hear? I hear a bunch of rich dicks in the back saying, I think the average plebeians are stupid and I want them to be fat and addicted to pharmaceuticals so they will leave this earth early. That's what I see. And what's the best way to do it? Take some fat Alabama girl and say, you know what? You are now the picture of beauty. And all the other people are going to say, I'm the picture of beauty. And that's positive. Sometimes you need to hear things that are really uncomfortable. Sometimes you need to hear that you're a fat piece of crap and you need to lose some weight. Sometimes you need to hear that you're a drug addict alcoholic and a loser and you need to fix it. Sometimes you need to hear that, you know what, we like you, but we're not going to hire you because your resume isn't up to date or whatever. And so, sorry, I know you wanted this job, but it's not going to happen. Life sucks sometimes. It really does. I wish it did. I wish everything was rainbow farts and unicorn, whatever the hell. But it's not. If you want to go immerse yourself in barbecue, you're going to die early. If you want to smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol all night long, you're going to die early. And at some point, whether your loved ones, your doctor, whoever, they're going to come by and they're going to tap you on the shoulder and they're going to say, hey, you're going to die early unless you stop. And then at that point, ball's in your court. And don't be thinking that there's going to be a pill or a shot or anything like that. I was talking to my wife about that, you know, and my brother is actually taking this crap, the shot stuff, and he is not overweight in any way, shape, or form. I think he's dumb for doing it. But he wants to do it. He wants to be as thin as possible, you know, because he's just vain that way. All right? He's a great guy, but this is a weakness. And I asked my wife, I said, what do you think is going to be the thing? What do you mean? She says. I said, what is going to be the thing? This is too easy. Nobody takes a shot and loses 40 pounds. Something will be a unintended consequence. And she kind of sat there for a minute, kind of puzzled, but knowing where I was going. And she goes, I think it's going to be something gastrointestinal. I said, really? She said, yeah, if you know the way it goes, because she's a doctor. She said, yeah, you know the way that goes, people have really bad gastrointestinal problems initially when they start the stuff. I said, okay. Sorry about some hard truths, folks. You know, some of us are overweight and we need to lose weight. Some of us are unkind and we need to be better. Some of us are immoral and we need to be, better on that. Some of us are egotistical, me included, and we need to be better than that. It's if I'm not getting better, I'm not growing as a human being. Okay. I wish that young lady from Alabama all the love and success in the world. And as my mama told me a long time ago, she said, son, success is the best revenge. And when I was getting sober and I was really pissed off at everything, most especially myself, as I'd come to find out. But there were other people who used to talk smack of me. I said, you know what? I'm going to become so frickin' successful that I'm going to basically be able to just never have to worry about it. It's like John Goodman from the movie The Gambler, the power of FU. Go look that speech up because that's what it's about. Get yourself better. Don't be unhealthy. Don't play into this world with their words and everything else and all this crap that they're trying to push on us, because I can assure you the people behind the curtain, the people behind the veil, they don't care about you and they want you to leave the earth early. Okay, they don't. So all the messaging you see, all the stuff you see all over the place, it's not about being positive. No, it's about getting you in a world of hurt so they can profit off of it. And that, my friends, is the goddamn brass tacks right there, whether you believe it or not. Okay? All right, there you go. You want some real talk? We just had some real talk. That man in front of you, I know there's people think he's the Antichrist or whatever. Whatever. I don't know that, and we'll come to that bridge when we cross it. All I know right now is that legally in the Americas, here in America, in the United States, the trial is bogus and it needs to be stopped. Whether that's Satan in front of me or not, I don't know, but it needs to happen. Okay, because it makes us look like a banana frickin' republic. Okay. All right, there you go, friends. God bless. I feel better. I don't know about you. I really do feel better. I do. I feel good. I'm glad I said all that because I wanted to say it and I got sidetracked. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for subbing and all that. If you like what I'm saying here, hit that subscribe button. Okay. If you don't, all right, leave. Whatever. That's where we're at now with this channel. I'm gonna bring it real. It is what it is. And I think that's why I'm growing. It's because, you're going to hear some hard truths here. And we do need to hear some hard truths. We do. All right, friends, hit the like buttons, do the subscribe thing. Check me out online. Become a member like Saxon Riverstone, my homeboy from up north. All that stuff. Prepper Good Boot Club. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I got nothing but love for you guys. I'm not saying this stuff. That's what my dad told me a long time ago. He said, we're not saying this stuff because we don't love you. We're telling you these hard truths because we do love you, okay? So I don't know what it is in your life that you got to fix or whatever, but I hope you make it. I do. I'm going to pray for you. My man in the back, Christopher, you know who you are. Thanks for saying, friend, he says, I pray over you guys. Thank you, sir. I pray over you too. I pray over all you guys. I hope everything goes well. I hope everything works out for you and you have a wonderful, long life. I do. But for that to happen, we're going to have to do some tough work. Okay? All right. We'll see you on the next one.